give it a go of making a quadratic formula calculator. So I've got my little formula over here, and I'm now going to try to make a little calculator in Excel to help solve questions like this when they're in the general form of ax squared plus bx plus c, solving for x. So I could do it all in one cell, but just to make it a little bit easier, we'll have a numerator and a denominator, which is not going to be too difficult. And then we'll have our x values. So this will be x when we're doing the plus of the minus b, and this will be doing the x of the minus. And we'll make little colored cells there so we know which ones we're talking about. Okay, so first up, we'll also have entry cells for A, B, and C. They can all be next to each other, that's all right. Center everything, make it look a little bit nicer. And we'll have this as a little grid, and we'll make that that color. Okay, so first up, the thing that we first need to have will be equals minus version of b. So there's our minus b. Then we'll have our b squared. So we'll go b squared take 4ac. So equals this times this, take 4 times a times c. Then we're going to square root that, so we'll copy that over here, and we'll have square root. Again, this is a very step-by-step way of going about it, but it's just to make sure that we don't have any issues. So square root of that, and it's going to be, so that's okay. So that's almost completely the numerator. So now we just need to, actually, well, there'll be two numerators. Call it numerator plus and numerator, there'll be numerator minus. So we'll go numerator. Actually, what we'll do, we'll just copy it over here. So for numerator plus, it will be the minus b plus the square root of b squared take 4ac. There's that one. And then we'll have over here, this will be minus b take, oops, wrong one, I need the number, this one, take this one here. And I'm just going to double check this one. Yeah, I've got the right cells. Okay, so I've got my numerator. Denominator is easy. All it is 2a equals 2 times a. And then all we need to do then is go numerator divide by, oops, we won't need this. All we need then is numerator. I'm going to actually move this over here. Numerator divided by denominator equals numerator divided by denominator. Denominator is always going to be the same. Equals numerator divided by denominator. Okay, let's see how that works. So let's go have a look at, oops. So let's go, nice easy one, v squared plus 5v plus 6. So I'll know that because of having done this when I was a bit younger, factors of 6 are 3 and 2, so as well as 6 and 1, but to get 5 it's just plus 3 plus 2. So that's what it would end up being, v plus 3v or v plus 3, and then the other set of brackets will be v plus 2. So let's do that. So that means that our a is just going to be 1, that's going to be 5, and that's going to be 6. 1, 5, 6. And like I had said, it's going to be x plus 3, x plus 2. Therefore, the x will be the opposite of the plus 3 plus 2, with a minus, minus, and minus. So there's an example of it working. Let's just go grab another one. Again, over here, if I have a look at this one, I know that 7 times 5 will be 35. It's plus 2, which means one of the factors has to be 2 bigger than the other. So yeah, that is just plus 7 minus 5. So I'm looking for minus 7 plus 5 will be my answers. Minus 7 and plus 5. And so we need to have 1, 2, and minus 35. 1, 2, minus 35. And there's our answers. Our 5 is over here, and our minus 7 is there. So that's a fairly basic way of setting up a quadratic formula calculator. That way you won't need to rely on internet or anything like that. You can just make it yourself. I will go into this a little bit more depth and next time I do a video about this. Hope you found this helpful. If you've got any questions, just leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much.